Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. So today we'll talk about fluency because it is completely too much that we have been listening it only and we are not grabbing that. We are not seeing the changes that we needed to see because we want to improve our spoken English. And definitely brother, that is why we had started learning this language and we have done a lot of things. Now it is too much. Now we have to do something so that we genuinely improve our spoken English. So what are the things, or what is the thing that we can do so that we improve our spoken English? This is the question which arises. Okay, so see, we have to understand one thing which is very much important, brother. And if you will not understand it, don't you think you will not be able to improve your spoken English? Because I'm talking about patience, where you are lacking. You need to have patience first. If you will have patience, don't you think you will be able to improve your spoken English? Why I'm saying such a, let me try and let me make you understand. See, patience is something which helps you not to be impatient. Why I'm saying such a, because see, if you will have patience, because you know a thing takes time to show its output, and you have to keep on doing that thing for many days, for many months, and for some times, of course, because you have to do that. You don't have any option because you are learning it and you are thinking it overnight, or after attempting it you will be able to see the result of it, that I must have achieved it. So let me tell you, a thing doesn't work according to you and according to this. Whenever you will effort, whenever your mind will be filled up with, of course, the essential things, don't you think automatically you will see the result of it, and you will see that okay, now you are enough, now you can deal with anything, now you can stand out, now you can speak, now you can do anything whatever you will be doing. For example, if I talk about a spoken English, so you will understand when your mind will be filled up with required sentences, which are very much required and common in people, and which are spoken by people whenever they have to articulate their thoughts related to anything. For example, as we know that we are not living in the English speaking country where we must have improved our spoken English. Why? Because we would be speaking in the same language every time. Whenever we are going, we have to speak in the same language like English. For example, we have to buy anything, we have to pay the money for the product we bought. So at that time, definitely English must have taken the place, just to articulate our thought related to any incident, related to any product, related to anything whatever would be required to be taken the place, of course. So that is why I'm telling you, man, that we are not living in English speaking country, we are living in India still. One more thing that which is completely disappointing, that we don't have anyone who we can practice, so that we would have improved our spoken English, of course. So what you can do is, here in this situation, in this country, you are the second person, you are the third person, you are the third person. You have to talk about yourself, you have to listen to your sentences, and you are the person who has to speak. This is what you have to understand, and you have to do these things. You have to play the role of these three persons by becoming only one person. Like you are the one person who has to pretend by becoming three persons. You have to pretend, and you have to keep on practicing with patience. This is what already I have discussed, because a thing doesn't show its result according to you and very early. It may take a lot of time as well, because, and as I talked about, a lot of time, so who will decide whether it will take a lot of time or short time? It will be decided by your effort, it will be decided by the resources that you will have, and you will be going through those resources. Suppose you have to talk about any topic, don't you think you have to talk, of course you have to discuss a topic, so at that time you should have idea about that topic, that okay, this is the thing that I have to discuss, and I have to, of course, speak a lot of sentences, something like that will definitely take place. So how it will happen? When you will have a lot of sentences set in your mind, and you must have done that thing earlier multiple times as well, so that will be easy to you. Okay, and that is why I'm telling you, brother, start speaking, because you have to bring fluency in your spoken English. So you will have to start sticking to resources, and you will see gradually everything will be taking its place. And one thing that is very much important that you have to understand, to bring fluency, don't you think you will have to memorize some important idioms, and of course small phrases which are very much common, which are spoken by learners and not learners, which are spoken by professionals and who are fluent in spoken English when they speak in their day-to-day lives. So you will have to collect those small phrases and idioms, so that what will happen, it will boost the journey, it will boost your speed, and you will see that whenever you have to speak, you will be using them and you will be sounding natural. This is what you have to understand, brother. And even if I talk about, like nowadays everybody is talking about phrase, of course, and idiom that you have to study, because what will happen, brother, if you will stick to reading idioms and of course small phrases, those are going to bring luminosity, those are going to help you to stand out wherever you have to. Because suppose you are able to speak, but you have to be ready to understand someone's sentences, so that you can communicate, you can hold the conversation. And suppose if I talk about native speakers, if I talk about those who are living in non English speaking of course countries, and they are speaking similar to those people's those people who are living in English speaking countries. So you will see the similarity in their spoken English, that will be that they must be using small phrases and small idioms, which will be helping them to stand out, and that will sound definitely very well. And you have to understand, and that is why I'm telling you, brother, so that you can also sound perfect, you can also sound like a not native, but of course professional, we can say. Okay, and that is why I'm telling you, man. And gradually you have to memorize and you have to speak, and this is what will take place and will help you to sound natural and stand out whenever. And also it will shorten your long sentence. Suppose if I talk about, you are speaking this, like you are speaking anything, you are articulating anything, and you are taking the help of a long sentence, don't you think when you will have something which will have the same meaning, like as you used a long sentence and as you used a small phrase which had the same meaning as this sentence you spoken, okay, so you will understand that okay, now after using a phrase which has the same meaning, and so why you will use a long sentence instead of using a long sentence, definitely you will use a small phrase that will have the same meaning and you would have articulated definitely. And this is what I'm telling you to understand, so that you keep on improving and you don't effort a lot, and you just keep your sentence a little short and the meaning will be same. You will not compress the meaning, you will not compress, like you will not change the meaning, the meaning will be same as you will have in your big sentence. Okay, you need to understand, and everybody is doing the same thing, and that is why effortlessly they speak. So this is your turn, you have to take your turn very much seriously, so that you keep on improving your spoken English, guys. This is what you have to understand. Don't become an impatient person, and you must have patience, so that you do anything with patience, because after knowing it that okay, a thing takes time, so I have to do, and right now if I'm not getting the result of a thing, so definitely there will be something where I must be lacking, where I have to work and fill the gap where I am lacking. So that what will happen later on, definitely you will see the same thing must have given the result you were efforting for. Definitely you will understand. So time has got to come, brother, you stick to something, you become a punctual person with patience as well, because it must be very much clear. Because if it will not be clear, do you know what will happen, you will be in hurry, you will be very much stressed, just because of that you won't have gotten the result. That is why I'm telling you, brother. Hopefully you would have understood, and hopefully I must have made you understand as I needed to make you understand. Now you will start your day and the journey from today onwards, and you will navigate yourself after knowing about the patience, there is also one thing which is patience, and patience is something that plays an enormous role. That is what I'm telling you. Hopefully you would have understood.